Ah, oh, hey, I'm working on a project, and it got me thinking about Miss Laura Loomer and her ilk. The other week, she posted that the United States was built by white Europeans, and it just got me thinking about what she means by built. And the one thing that I would ask Miss Laura to do is take a look at her hands. And I don't know her, so I don't know what her hands look like. But Miss Loomer, are your hands rough? Are they calloused? Are they bent? Are they scarred? Are they burnt? Do your joints ache? Because if they don't, then the chances are pretty good that you really don't know what it means to build anything except a reputation and the sacrifices that means, right? Because the actual hands that built this country, yeah, many of them were white, but they weren't just white. The hands that actually swung the hammers, that swung the scythes, that bent the steel, that broke the sod, that built the cities of this country, they were of many different colors, right? Yes, some of them were white. They were poor white. They were refugees. They were migrants. They were people fleeing the disaster that was European culture at that time, fleeing oppression, fleeing poverty, looking for hope in a new world. Many of them were prisoners. Many of them were indentured. Many of them were black hands that were not just scarred and calloused, but mutilated by iron shackles as they were removed from their own homes and brought to a foreign land. They were brown and red hands that came from Latin America or the indigenous nations and First Peoples. Oftentimes they were hands that were working the very lands that had been taken from them, right? They were Irish Catholic hands and German hands fleeing famine. They were tan and brown hands from Southern Europe, like my Italian ancestors, who were fleeing poverty and oppression. They were Eastern European hands from Russia and Eastern Europe, from Poland, coming to build our cities, to dig our sewers. They were yellow hands from Asia, China, Japan, and the Philippines, and other nations, other Asian nations and cultures who were coming here looking for a better life. They were Jewish hands and Catholic hands and Protestant hands and Muslim hands. They prayed and they clasped in prayer to many different gods and many different faiths. But they all had this commonality. They all bore the scars and the calluses of their building of their dreams and their hopes and aspirations, because those hands reached toward the same thing. They reached toward, I want to work. I want to put my back into a better life for my children and for my legacy. And that is something that they all had in common, regardless of the color, regardless of what church they prayed in. They all had those same scars. They all had those same calluses. And that is something that the folks who do not have scars and do not have calluses, whose hands are well manicured, the folks that Laura Loomer serves, the masters of mankind, so to speak, that is the last thing in the world that they want us to look at. They don't want us to look at each other that closely, that we can see our commonalities beyond our surface differences, beyond our colors, beyond the clothes we wear, beyond the churches we genuflect in. That is the last thing they want to see, is that we all carry the same scars of hope and aspiration on our hands and on our bodies and for our families. They don't want us to see that, because if we do look that closely at each other, if we do get to know each other that well, then it is game over for their greedy aspirations. They will not be able to continue with business as usual, and that is something they do not want, because that is not profitable. And at the end of the day, it comes down to profit. And there's a lot more profit in keeping us at each other's throats over stupid junk, like who's using what restroom, and drag queen reading time or whatever, or critical race theory. None of that stuff really matters to them. They don't care. They want us to be separated. They don't want us working together. They don't want us seeing those commonalities. So this year, let's make a resolution to look for those commonalities in each other and to work toward those commonalities for each other, and let's change the paradigm. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, and I am back for the new year, and I will be posting some more. I have some more things to say. We will see if TikTok even exists in the next few weeks. So hopefully we'll see you later.